Did you know that there is a secret society that ties together a ton of Disney Parks attractions? You should, because I've done a bunch of videos on them. And if you don't know that, then why are you even watching my channel? No, seriously, please keep watching. Welcome to Teacup for Wine. My name is Matt and I have 2 degrees and we're in the Magic Kingdom. This never happens on this channel. I mean, it happened once and that was why I started the channel. It's been 3 years. What did I do to occupy that time? I dug into the legacy, the lore, the Imagineering backstories of all my favorite attractions that I wanted to ride, that I wasn't able to ride. But now, 3.5 years after starting the channel, I am finally here. And today, my mission is to explore and experience as many things related to the S.E.A., the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, as I possibly can. The bulk of those attractions are here in the Magic Kingdom. I need to interrupt everything because a very important thing just happened. I just got another square off of my Disney bingo card. I heard a PG-13 related profanity. It was a mom and she said, "Big
language."
I don't know what it was in reference to. Maybe it was the pumpkins. Maybe it was something more inappropriate. We'll never know, but 2 spaces, done. My mission is to explore and experience as many things related to the S.E.A., the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, as I possibly can. The bulk of those attractions are here in the Magic Kingdom. But, for something like this, I decided I need to go all out. I need to hire a VIP tour guide, and so I did. And lo and behold,
Hey!
it's Chris from Orlando.
I'll be back on YouTube. What a time.
Welcome.
I'm sticking to your mic because I don't have one.
Smart. We missed you. Welcome back to YouTube.
It's so great to actually meet you in person.
I know you're taller than I thought.
Sorry. it's weird. I'll bend down a little bit like I'm sitting.
Yeah, that's what we need. And also, yeah, or it needs to look like we're on a webcam, like we're on our phones.
Yeah, up the lighting a little
exactly.
bit.
Another PG level, a PG-13 level profanity.
We get one F-bomb.
You get one. In Canada, a PG movie gets 3.
Oh.
And then the 4th moves it into PG-13.
Oh, wow.
I know, we're much more liberal in Canada with what we let the kids hear.
God bless you.
Right? Thank you. I know. So, are you excited?
Yes, we are going to be starting off strong here because I am taking you to one of the secret sea headquarters for lunch.
Let's go!
Let's go!
And now it's time to play Guess That Disney Bound. For today's sea adventure, I'm sporting white shorts, an Old Navy, New Navy polo shirt, and a sea captain hat. That's right, it's James Mason as Captain Nemo from Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Even though there are no 20,000 League rides left in Walt Disney World, the franchise has a long history with Disney parks. The 20,000 League submarine voyage opened in Magic Kingdom just 2 weeks after the park's opening day, located where Seven Dwarfs Mine Train currently resides in Fantasyland. And there's still a strong Nautilus presence in Disney parks overseas, most importantly in the birthplace of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, Tokyo Disney Sea. Yes, they have a 20,000 Leagues ride that looks amazing, but more importantly, this park has an entire land dedicated to Captain Nemo and his connection to the Society. Check out my video on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea for more info on that, and just know that my outfit today was not without purpose. And also I wanted to do this photo op. Now to the Canteen. Skipper Canteen is more than just the Jungle Cruise restaurant. It's probably the most important sea-aligned attraction we have in North America.
They missed a golden opportunity by not having it say world-famous Jungle Cruising.
Canonically, it's a mansion that once belonged to sea member Dr. Albert Falls. That's his painting. There. Dr. Falls founded the Jungle Navigation Company in 1911, and by the 1930s it had been taken over by his granddaughter, Alberta Falls. That's her painting. There. Alberta's the one who decided to start giving Jungle Cruise tours, and she also opened up the family home to hungry travelers, including the once secret meeting room of the S.E.A., which I'll let Chris tell you all about.
So this is the sea room, essentially, hidden behind a bookcase over there. This is where the Society of Explorers and Adventurers would actually have their meetings. The book that you pull out in order to reveal the door is, appropriately, the Jungle Book. If you want to know more about that bookcase, check out my videos on S.E.A. I have a whole musical number about it. That booth right over there, that's where like the big wigs of the society would sit. That would be where like Dr. Albert Falls and other prominent members of S.E.A. would dine and socialize. Of course, as you look around, you see various artifacts, especially right behind us, you see a bunch of different artifacts from around the world. And this painting right over here behind Matt, this is a painting of when Dr. Albert Falls first discovered Shirley's Temple in the Cambodia.
And if you like bad puns like that, this is the place for you. Not only is this the most fun-themed restaurant in Magic Kingdom, it's widely considered to have the best food. It's a mix of African, Asian, and South American-inspired cuisine, but I'm the least adventurous person when it comes to food, so I'm opting for the generic chicken dish. The tastes like chicken because it is. I think they swab out the side dishes seasonally, but it's fried chicken and glaze, and it's supposed to be really good. Also, the menus have a note from Alberta Falls herself giving you the history of Skipper Canteen. You know, for all the people who came here without watching Chris or my videos. Oh, the food is here.
Behold, the food has arrived. This is the tastes like chicken because it is. And I think it's time for another episode of Matt Reviews Disney Foods. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Season 2 of Matt Reviews Disney Foods. I am here today at Skipper Canteen. I'm about to try the tastes like chicken because it is. Evidently it's chicken, grits? Grits? Sure, let's go with that. Vegetables. Let's give this a try. It's good. Good. If you like chicken, and if you like things that taste like chicken,
Because they are.
you'll like this.
Matt Reviews Disney Foods. Meow.
One of these papers does advertise a talk with Dr. Jones, Dr. Indiana Jones.
No.
Right over here. This is a real life thing. Skippers of the year. These are actual skippers, both from the ride and from the restaurant here. It's essentially the Employee of the Year award, and you see they have all the different winners as well.
All right, we are currently in line for the Haunted Mansion, which is going to be the next stop on our S.E.A. adventure. While we are in the queue here, we're going to talk about the connection between this attraction and the S.E.A. Now, Chris, I welcome you to correct me if I'm wrong. I welcome you to have it. It actually connects, as far as I know, to the Society of Explorers and Adventurers waywardly in terms of a connection to the Tower of Terror, but not the American one, the one that's in Japan. Harrison Hightower the Third.
The Tower of Terror in Tokyo Disney Sea has a totally different backstory from the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in Hollywood Studios. Disney Sea's attraction is based on a corrupt member of the S.E.A., Harrison Hightower III. Born into a wealthy New York family, Harrison Hightower was a corrupt member of the S.E.A. who stole a religious idol during an expedition in the Congo rainforest. He brought the idol, known as the Shirikyu Tundu, back to New York to display at Hightower Hotel and called a press conference on New Year's Eve, 1899 to show off the stolen artifact. His acquisition. As he boarded the elevator to his penthouse, the clock struck midnight, the Shirikyu Tundu came to life and summoned a bolt of lightning to strike the elevator with Harrison in it, and Harrison Hightower was never seen again. So that's the story of Harrison Hightower.
And Harrison's brother is referenced in this ride because George was one of the unlucky husbands of Constance Hatchaway, one of the ones who got his head taken off by her axe. He got axed. Is that it? Is that the connection?
Yeah, that is George Harrison, or George Hightower.
George Harrison?
Yeah, whoever wrote all this is clearly a fan of the Beatles. But yes, George Hightower is one of Constance's husbands, the third? Either the third or the last. I'm not sure if George himself is a member of S.E.A., but it does have that connection.
Yeah, it definitely, to me, feels like a society where nepotism is a thing. So if one family member's in it, I think all of them are going to be there.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think Alberta Falls is an official member.
Is she not?
I don't think, because I remember when they were revealing all the new stuff for Jungle Cruise, and a bunch of it was from Alberta's perspective, and she kind of talked about S.E.A. like she was on the outside.
So
maybe she's not a member.
So the granddaughter of Albert Falls doesn't get to join the society, she just gets to cook for them.
Something like that.
Justice for Alberta Falls.
Justice for Alberta Falls. So we were just talking about nepotism, and this one is pure speculation. But at the Phantom Manor at Disneyland Paris, in the stretching rooms, it has, you know, all the suitors for their bride over there, and the terrible fits that they met. One of them is named Rowan de Falls because he went over a waterfall. And I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but like, you can't give someone the last name Falls and not have people think it's like, oh, there's a family relation there, especially when he's on a river. So that could be another connection to see there. We don't know. It's not been confirmed, but probably is. Yes.
It's time to go in.
Oh, our time has come.
Like most backstories in the Haunted Mansion, George Hightower is equal parts fact and speculation. Now, this isn't like the Jungle Cruise where Disney Imagineering practically hands you a letter spelling out the backstory. The mansion just gives you visual clues and years of official and unofficial lore filling in the blanks. When it comes to George, we know he was one of Constance's husbands, as evidenced in this stretching painting in the stretching room of an elderly Constance Hatchaway sitting on his grave. Once you reach the attic scene where you encounter Constance's ghost, you travel past wedding photos from each husband, and allegedly scattered throughout the attic are marriage certificates from each one, and that's how we know that George is in fact a Hightower.
All right, so since we were here to talk about George Hightower and Constance Hatchaway, there's actually a really cool, pretty much impossible to notice detail in the attic. I only know this because I took a backstage tour here once. But as you go through the attic, near where you see each of the portraits of the husbands losing their heads, in a cage somewhere, there is the wedding cake toppers from each of the weddings, and the groom's heads on all of them are, you know, gone, obviously. But for like the first one, it's like broken, it's jagged, it's very sloppily done. But as she moves from husband to her husband, as Constance develops her signature kill, when it gets to the last one for George Hightower, it is a clean cut because she has got this down to a science now. It is such a cool detail that no one is able to see because it's little wedding toppers and it's dark in there. But I appreciate it.
And I just want to take a moment to appreciate Constance Hatchaway. I mean, murderer, yes, but we love a strong woman who knows what she wants. And she can wield an axe.
What a feminist icon.
Absolutely. Like, justice for Constance.
Now we're heading back to Adventureland because it's time to ride the world-famous Jungle Cruise.
Do you think it's fair to say that this is like the most sea-heavy attraction in the park?
Here, yes, absolutely. Yes. Obviously, we have several members of S.E.A. referenced or seen throughout seen throughout the queue or on the ride.
And I'm really excited because this is my first time going on the ride since the revamp, and one of the new characters is from Canada, but like maritime Canada, but I'll take what I can get. We're just passing by the shipping office, which is also Alberta Falls' area. I love the theming, like the period-appropriate theming for Ziploc. Mail. Does this do anything? Can I touch this? It's a Disney duck.
So amongst all the risque jokes here, we have this little postcard for Hotel Hightower, owned and operated by the very controversial member of S.E.A, Harrison Hightower III. Nice little references there. If we were able to spend more time, I'm sure we could have found more stuff, like the Lost Delta River was on there. I'm sure there's more stuff, but gotta keep the line moving.
Hey, not a sea reference, but Casablanca.
There is another sea reference here.
Where?
Just gotta find it.
Here it is. Boom. It took 45 minutes to find, but it was worth it.
Oh, wave goodbye to those people glaring at you. Bye, sir. 30 more minutes. I'm kidding. 2 hours. Hi, guys. Welcome aboard the World Famous Jungle Cruise. My name is Skipper Annika. I'll be your skipper tour guide. Mayor Shelter, best friend, snake charmer, also your swimming instructor. If you don't laugh at my jokes. Kidding. I can't swim. Honestly, though, I am like Tinkerbell. You know her, right?
Yeah.
Means I die without attention. Y'all do me a favor, specifically this side. Go ahead and reach under your seats. Pull out your sense of humor. This is the Congo River. Oh my gosh. Let's see how far we can go. Okay, I hate that joke too. But they make me say it, so I have to. If you have any marbles on you, I suggest you put them away. These these are very hungry hippos we're dealing with here, so I don't want you to lose them like I have. These butterflies? Oh wait, no. Those aren't butterflies. No, they're margarine flies. I know, I can't wait for that butter. Flies. Anyway, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Day of June is out. The amazing, the colossal, the stupendous, the outrageous, the remarkable, the gorgeous, the wonder of the world. The backside of water! Woo! I had to cover my eyebrows or else they'll come off. Now, unfortunately, it does look like we're headed into the most dangerous part of our journey. It's the return to civilization. If you did enjoy yourselves, my name's Skip Ranica. This is the world famous Jungle Cruise. If you didn't, that's fine too. It is. But then my name is Anakin, and this has been Star Tours.
So we've just finished the world famous Jungle Cruise. That is by far the best skipper I've ever had. As a former skipper, Chris, what's your review? How was she?
I thought she did really good. I was telling you earlier that there's really two kinds of skippers. There are the ones who like full on buy into the adventure and really lean into all the cheesy jokes. I was one of those. And then there are the dry skippers, the ones who are like very deadpan. She was one of those, but she was very good at it.
All right, we're on the lookout for a hidden Mickey somewhere embedded in the pavement.
The trash cans are on top of it. Oh, wait, here it is.
What? Wait, is it this?
Yeah.
There we go. That's 4.
All right, so in how Big Thunder Mountain is connected to sea, the owner of the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is a man by the name of Barnabas T. Bullion. He himself is a member of S.E.A. So as we see it when we get into the queue, we'll find a letter from one Jason Chandler, who is, I think in this time frame, the president of S.E.A., talking to Barnabas about, hey, you know all this drilling you're doing? It's probably not a good idea. You might upset some spirits, and whoopsie, that's exactly what happened.
All right, we completed Big Thunder.
Yep.
I couldn't record it because it's a roller coaster and I'm not that type of rider. I was too busy holding on and screaming for my life.
You know, enjoying the ride.
Exactly. So we've knocked off all of the sea-related attractions in this park.
But wait, there's more!
Birdie. Hello, bird. You stay there, though, because you look like the type of bird that will attack. We have made our way to our next location. We are actually outside the gates of Magic Kingdom at the Grand Floridian, or as some people like to call it, the GIF. That's me. I'm people. So evidently there is a connection to the GIF and the S.E.A. Is that correct, Chris?
That is correct, and GIF is actually very close to what this thing is. So, you might remember, back in the day, before Disney Springs got gentrified, it used to be called Downtown Disney, and it had a section of nightclubs called Pleasure Island. In story, it was founded by this man named Meriwether Pleasure. Sorry about your name there, pal. That really sucks. He found this land and was like, this is great. I'm going to make a little thing here. And he brought along his wife and wanted to give her a present, this new place that they found. And it turns out that present is the Grand Floridian, like the whole thing. I remember finding this out in my research for my videos. Is like, okay, this has gone too far. Pretty much everything is on the table.
I think if like one of the top tier luxury resorts can be part of this crazy little continuity that links all the rides together, yeah, anything is fair game. Like a cinematic universe.
Hey, speaking of Pleasure Island, where are we heading next?
Pleasure Island?
Well, no, but somewhere pretty close that has connections to it.
Let's go.
Like Chris said, for our final stop of the day, we're headed to Disney Springs, aka the former home of Pleasure Island, aka the former home of the Adventurers Club. The Adventurers Club may be one of the most important attractions in S.E.A.'s real-life Imagineering history, and it sounds like it was equal parts nightclub and improv show, all taking place in a multi-room space filled with surprises around every corner. It was set in the 1930s, and it was filled to the brim with artifacts acquired from various explorations, and and visitors could explore the club while mingling with improv actors and enjoying live entertainment. Even though the S.E.A. was Imagineered for Tokyo Disney Sea, this is the attraction that birthed the spirit of the society as a place where colorful characters could come together in a shared love of storytelling and exploration. The attraction closed in 2009, and fittingly enough, the props and artifacts have since been scattered around the globe. Many went to Mystic Manor in Hong Kong Disneyland, some were taken by cast members as parting gifts, and apparently, 1 or 2 items may still reside in Disney Springs, which brings us to Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar.
Jock Lindsay, as you may or may not know, is a character from Indiana Jones, who also happens to be an official member of S.E.A. It's unclear if Indiana Jones himself is a member. I know he gives talks to some of the skippers, because there's that reference in the bulletin board at the skipper canteen that says he does that. Some people say he is, some people say he isn't, but Jock Lindsay for sure is. But this is also around the same area where the Adventurers Club used to be at Pleasure Island. Adventurers Club is kind of a spin-off of S.E.A. because Merriweather Pleasure, he thought that the people at S.E.A. were a bunch of stuck-up prudes, they weren't funny, didn't have a good time, so he was like, that's stupid, I'm going to make my own adventuring club with blackjack and hookers. So he founded the Adventurers Club. And in fact, there's actually a couple of references, both in the new Jungle Cruise stuff and here as well. Alright, so we got here the lost and found of the Hangar Bar here. And it may just look like a bunch of random knickknacks and gadgets and gizmos aplenty, but you'll see that some of these have references. For example, this clock here says Happy Retirement, signed Dr. Jones. Of course, that's reference to Indy. But as you look around, you'll see various different names. Right over here, Samantha Sterling. That is one of the many characters that made an appearance at the Adventurers Club. So it's a nice little reference to both what was here before and to the story overall.
We just sat down and looked. So yes, QR code menu, but we don't care about that. Well, we do, but look at this. The sea references don't just end with a QR code. The coasters, which may I just point out, we have two coasters, we have 2 different designs. Right here, Chris got one that says Cafe Noir, and we thought, is that a reference to something? Turns out it is. It's from the Indiana Jones franchise, but not the movies.
Not the movies. The Young Indiana Jones Adventures.
And then I also have a coaster that says the South Seas Club, which is from the Rocketeer, and this coaster is carrying the weight of connecting the Rocketeer to the sea universe. The beverages have arrived. I got not the Long Island iced tea, but the Wrong Island, which is a variety of rums and other alcohols.
All the alcohols.
All the alcohols coming together to taste very non-alcoholic. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, citrusy. Yeah, it's good. If you like alcohol, and you like alcohol, and you like alcohol, you will like this.
Matt reviews Disney foods. Meow.
And just like that, our day of sea exploration draws to a close, and we only skimmed the surface. There are still S.E.A. Easter eggs scattered throughout Walt Disney World that we didn't have time to cover, but if you want more information on the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, be sure to check out the wealth of videos on both of our channels, and a big thank you to my VIP tour guide, Chris from Orlando. Go, watch, like, subscribe, and do all the good things on his channel, and the same on mine. On the next episode of the Teacup for One Vacation vlog, things get wild at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Rawr. Oh, and also, if this is you, your Haunted Mansion ride photo showed up on my photo pass. Congaloosh!